Yo, what up, everybody? Just another reaction video. My name Mike. This is my brother Wayne. We finna get right on into it today. It's a funny one, so without further ado,
You got me watching another fucked up video. So apparently, a couple of you have probably seen this video already. We have the serial sniffer. A serial butt sniffer. So it's already one thing to be sniffing ass in the first place, but so like to be a serial butt sniffer, how many butts you gotta? And then he got caught sniffing the butt. I guess you gotta get caught sniffing.
Me personally, I feel like if you a serial butt sniffer, it had to be more than 5 asses that you sniffed in your life.
Right, because when you're a serial, that serial is like 5, right? And then that means you're getting caught sniffing these asses too, though. So it's like you're being caught and proven guilty of sniffing these asses. So that's like 5 counts of, at least. Who's not to say he hasn't sniffed more asses, but at least 5 on record accounts of you getting caught sniffing ass. That's kind of bad.
And my problem is, I feel like if you sniff ass, that's what you do. But if you don't sniff ass, please do it in the privacy of your own home. Let's play the videos.
Don't sniff ass, kids. All right, fuck it. Here we go.
A registered sex offender goes viral when he's caught in the act sniffing a woman from behind.
But I definitely didn't expect him to do this.
Oh,
what is
damn.
the actual...
But officials say years after that incident, he's back at it again. This is Inside the Crime presented by Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner.
How can you take this seriously?
Hey, by the way, there's a reason Law and Crime is the go-to spot for true crime content. Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest personal injury law firm. They have more than 1,000 attorneys and have recovered $25 billion from more than 500,000 clients. In the past few months alone, a client in Florida received $12 million when insurance offered just
I get my ass wrongfully sniffed, I'm calling Morgan & Morgan.
Another client was awarded $26 million. 40 times the insurer's offer. Morgan & Morgan makes it so easy to fight for what you deserve. You can even start a claim from your phone. So if you're injured, you can start a claim at forthepeople.com/insidethecrime. Click the link below or scan the QR code on your screen.
Hell yeah. For sure.
We're in California for this case, and the suspect in these crimes has now been dubbed as the butt sniffer. A man who's been arrested twice.
You know what's so fucked up about this
No
shit?
racial, but I hate these
That ain't even no compliment. It's like
the butt sniffer.
The butt sniffer, man. I'm like, I'd rather be known as the serial murderer instead of motherfucking butt sniffer. I'm just being honest about that shit.
You go to jail.
Straight up.
What you in here for?
And I'm like, shit, you go to jail for sniffing ass. You gonna have plenty of ass to sniff when you go up in there, goddamn, because they gonna make sure you have plenty of ass to sniff.
The boys in jail will make sure you have plenty of ass to sniff.
And some balls, too. Shit. They all together anyway.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to fuck with him. He out here sniffing ass, and I don't know.
Just imagine if that was your homeboy and y'all was goddamn just kicking it and shit, and this news screen, this news flag came
we just kicking it.
And goddamn it, you just look over at this nigga like, you nasty motherfucking. Then you got to question everything you do, every time you walk behind your girl, your mom, everything. You like, man, is this nigga trying to sniff?
But you ain't sniff my seat when I walked out, did you?
Yeah, this shit crazy as fuck, man.
And it's funny because I know she trying not to laugh. It's like, what? Y'all got me reported this shit?
Man, I swear, I wouldn't even hold it in.
So I applaud Elizabeth Milner for being professional.
Go ahead, girl.
My sister being very professional.
Man, she kind of looked like Teresa Rondo back in the day. She used to be acting. But anyway, let's get
Not sure who that is, but she's cute. All right, we're going to get back into it.
2 months for, you might have guessed it, sniffing women's butts. Something that he's allegedly done repeatedly since 2021. In August of 2023, TikTok creator Michaela Witter went viral after she posted this video on social media.
Day 20 of 100 Days Facility.
Oh, that is whack.
Barnes & Noble and getting Starbucks. Except I ended up being stalked and violated the entire time. So I get to Barnes & Noble and get my Starbucks. I'm super excited to look at books, but this is the area that it started. I was in this corner for a while and I noticed a guy was staring at me through that little hole. And I couldn't tell if I was being paranoid or if he was just reading a book and he just happened to be in that little corner. Anyways, it felt like anywhere I moved, he kept following me. Though I recorded just in case he was trying to say anything or do anything to me. But I definitely didn't expect him to do this. Like, what the actual
back.
And the whole time I'm thinking I'm fine because he hasn't said anything or touched me or anything. But then you notice that he goes over and does the same thing to this girl. And he'll crouch down low and pretend like he's doing something and then smell? I don't know. And the whole time I'm wondering why he's always around me. But this was our interaction. What are you doing?
I'm sniffing ass.
I was so freaked out when I turned around and saw him literally under me, so freaking close to me. So I decided to tell the front desk.
I want to go slap the dog shit out of him.
I want to hear his voice, so he sound like a creep.
I was so freaked out when I turned around and saw him literally under me, so freaking close to me. So I decided to tell the front desk.
This show ain't on time.
Alright, that couldn't have been. Hey, pause that for a minute. I'm sorry, I don't mean to even say this shit, but it couldn't have been a black chick, cause she would have got down.
She'd have called him out.
Man, she would have whooped his ass in that bitch. I swear.
Either that or she'd embarrassed him.
Man, she would have embarrassed the fuck out of him.
It'd have been a big scene.
She would have called baby daddy. She would have called
brother,
uncle, goddamn daddy. Everybody up that bitch would have been whooping his ass.
The whole Barnes and Nobles would have known. Like she'd made it.
She like, what is you doing? He's sniffing ass. What the hell he do? What the hell is he doing, lady? You know he's. If I make it so bad, you know he's sniffing your ass. You know he's sniffing your ass without a doubt. But it's just freaking you the fuck out because he's smelling your ass.
It's funny that he came back for seconds. Like he sniffed her ass, then he left for a second.
And went and sniffed somebody else's ass.
And you think it was like a comparison?
I think he trying to sniff all the ass he can sniff. I think he at home jacking off, thinking about the scent of asses. But that shit don't even make no sense. But I'm trying to think of some logical explanation for. I don't know, y'all.
As far as victims, how many victims?
Anybody say something in the comments? Like the video, subscribe. We new to this shit, but we got more shit coming.
Anybody go to school with this nigga? That would be interesting.
If I did, I would not say nothing. I'd be like, I didn't know that nigga. Straight up.
I think it would be interesting. I mean,
and if he a family member, boy.
Oh, if he was a family member, nah. If he was somebody like I went to school with, maybe.
Man, I seen your cousin on TV sniffing ass.
I was like, nah, that ain't one.
That shit crazy.
That ain't my cousin. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we 2 minutes in. What else can they say about this?
Music. Maybe like around there.
Pull up Imagine now.
And then I try to walk to my car as fast as possible because I don't want to run into him. Well, I'm leaving now, but I just watched the video back because I was trying to figure out what he was doing so close to me, and it freaked. Like, I'm so disgusted and I feel like really violated, even though you didn't touch me, but it just feels really gross and weird. And then I went up to the front to tell
I just got to pause it for a minute. Pause one time. Hey.
You think she heard the sound?
Hey, you know what? I might be wrong, but I don't think she insulted at all. I think
she's ass bad.
I don't think she mad. I think she like, yeah. he was sniffing my ass. I got that. I don't know, man, but she don't seem like she really pissed off about somebody sniffing their ass, goddamn.
I think she's more upset by the way he looks. I feel like if he were more decent looking guy.
If he wasn't such a creepy looking. Because that nigga look creepy as shit. He like the type of nigga climb through your motherfucking window at nighttime.
I felt like he was a normal looking nigga. I feel like she might would have turned around and smiled like, oh.
And get in bed with you and cuddle with you and shit. Not even fuck you or rape you. Just get in bed and cuddle with your ass and freak the shit out of you.
Or just stand over you and look at you. So you think that's what it is? The way he looks? Like something like you, I don't think she's upset like that for real.
Hey, baby, all I can say, that booty must smell good.
I don't know either.
I
don't think she's that upset either.
Other people. And then as I was telling her, he was leaving. And so all she said that she could do was just tell the manager. I waited around a little bit because I didn't want to run into him. And I couldn't even focus. Like, I wanted to get a book, but then I was just, like, my anxiety was just like really bad. And like also I just felt like really grossed out. So I just left as soon as I could.
The man who was crouching behind her was later identified as 38-year-old Khalees Crowder. What's scary is Michaela told ABC Eyewitness News that since she posted the video, more women came forward with similar experiences from that exact same man. She told the outlet, "I'm glad I did catch it on camera because now so many people have come to me saying that they recognize the guy, that the same thing happened to them. At least his name is out there. His face is out there so people can be aware and cautious." Michaela posted her TikTok on August 8th of 2023. Less than a week later, police officers in Glendale, California announced they arrested a man believed to be peeping and prowling at a local home. Police said at the time, quote, "In the most recent incident, Crowder is accused of peeping into the occupied residence of a Glendale family. The family, including children, were at home at the time of the incident. Glendale police patrol officers were quickly dispatched, and the Detective Bureau continued their investigation this week." So about a week after allegedly sniffing behind Michaela, Khalees Crowder was charged with 1 count of loitering with intent to commit a crime. He was held on a $10,000 bail. Then the wife of former Lakers star Robert Horry took to Twitter saying that their family also came across Khalees Crowder. In a tweet, Candace Horry wrote in response to Michaela's video, she said, quote, "This is so upsetting. This man stalked my teenage daughter at our home over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. Only to come out and continue the same behavior. Thank you for putting the word out that he is back. He needs to be put away."
He a predator, man.
10 years ago.
He's a motherfucking predator, man. He's still out here.
10 years. You ain't learned your lesson. 10 years.
10 years. That's because he been getting away with the shit.
I thought that said Miss Horny at first.
Man,
Miss Horry.
This dude right here, man. I'm tell you what though, it's plenty of ass in jail, homeboy.
I mean, it sounds like he's only sniffing woman's ass, but I don't know. I don't make it better, but
I'm like, how you in jail though? How you tell the folks, yeah, what you in? They already know what you in jail for before you get there though. When you come in, they already know. They like, this nigga in here, goddamn, for sniffing ass and shit.
Yeah, he was sniffing my sister.
And they gonna be all in your ass. I bet you they all in his ass right now.
He probably sniffed a family member or two in there. Hell no. You ready?
Yep.
Ultimately, that wouldn't happen in the 2023 incidents either. Police pleaded no contest to the peeping and prowling incidents, so he was ordered to spend 60 days in jail. Then he was later released. But he was back at it again this year. On July 22nd, officers responded to a Nordstrom rack in Burbank, California, after getting reports of an individual roaming through the women's department and sexually harassing a female customer. Once officers arrived, police reportedly left the store, but he was tracked down to a nearby Walmart and taken into custody. Eventually, he was released. Then officers booked him again on August 20th for allegedly doing the exact same thing. The August incident reportedly took place at a Walgreens. Because of his repeated history, plus Khalees being a registered sex offender, this time around, he was held without bail. In September, Khalees was ordered to serve 135 days in the Los Angeles County Jail after admitting to violating his parole, meaning he could be out of jail right around the new year. I'm joined now by former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani. Nima, thank you so much for joining me. And Nima, this case is disturbing in different ways, and for a number of reasons too. We have two different incidents, one happening on July 22nd and another happening on August 20th, all of this year. But it's not too far away from each other. What's your reaction to these allegations?
I thought I'd heard it all and seen it all, but now we have a serial butt sniffer. So it's very disturbing, no question. You know, in my experience, when you're talking about sex crimes, usually there's not one victim. When people have these deviant sexual fantasies, they'll often victimize multiple people. So I'm not surprised we're seeing this repeated pattern of conduct.
And I remember just a few years ago, a video went viral of this exact same suspect crouched down near a woman's behind, allegedly sniffing near it, at a Barnes & Noble in Burbank. I mean, what's your reaction to his MO and his repeated
he wasn't allegedly sniffing ass.
Here's the problem. I'm sitting here in Los Angeles where I live and work. You know, there's a perception that someone's crimes aren't taken seriously. People that are criminals, there's a revolving door and they're out on the street. Obviously, this is disturbing. It's certainly not a murder or a rape by knife point, but this is still a problem when you have, women in California and in Los Angeles that are victimized, and there's people who are convicted sex offenders. Look, imagine just being at a Barnes and Noble, browsing through books, and someone, violates your personal space and your independence like that. It's a problem.
What
So,
are you doing?
hopefully this is someone that,
Hey, he went to
gets
town
the help
shooting
that he
shit.
needs, probably in
She was
state
already tired
prison.
of shit.
But
What kind of
this
help
really
you get a
needs to
nigga
stop.
that
We can't have
sniff
a
ass,
serial,
though?
any type of criminal, especially a butt sniffer.
And I'm surprised too that these incidents have been
Yeah, I
happening
don't know,
so
man.
brazenly out in the public, especially in public
pause for a
stores. And
second.
as far as legal
Jail ain't gonna help this man.
I don't know. He just got a problem, man.
Jail ain't gonna help this man because he done been to jail before.
Right. So
You know what I'm saying? This man has a psychological problem. Something ain't right with this man. He following little kids home. He's inside of stores, sniffing ass. He's looking through windows. This man got a fucking problem.
So you think they pick him out of lineups and shit ever, or?
Man, dog, I'm trying to tell you, it's more victims out there. I really believe.
Like, I'm just trying
Everybody ain't came for it. It's some more people out there.
How common is ass sniffing? Like, how often are people assaulted by the nose, I guess? Like,
No, I'm just saying, man, this dude, he just...
is he... I'm just trying to figure out, like, how often the sniffing happened. Like,
I don't know, man.
Like, this is the first I've heard of a sniffer, but
This is the first time I ever heard about somebody going around sniffing ass. I heard of people sniffing ass, but in privacy.
Yeah, nigga, what?
Like, yeah, on some privacy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, wife, I'm not meaning to say this shit, but my people of the Caucasian persuasion, they,
Sniffing ass out here, or?
they tend to do stuff like that. Some people out here like sniffing, ass and dirty underwear and,
Did you know? I think in Asia they sell used underwear in like a vending machine.
That's fucking disgusting.
I think that's like a thing where you can like like buy used underwear like in a vending machine.
I wouldn't buy crabs at the vending machine. I'd go to the seafood. I'd go to the seafood restaurant.
If anybody's watching the video, have y'all heard of that? Like, what part of Asia are they doing that where you can just buy underwear?
Underwear got doo-doo stains in them.
Maybe some.
What you pay for extra skids?
It's that special sauce, nigga.
Man, let's play the video, bro.
legal obligations retail stores have. What legal obligations do they have when it comes to observing suspicious behavior or sexually inappropriate behavior towards customers?
It's hard when you're a retail establishment because obviously you're not law enforcement, and oftentimes they're victims themselves, victims of retail theft. Again, it's a big problem. When you're talking about the law in this case, it's interesting because it's obviously not your typical case. So there was one instance, for instance, where the charges were dismissed apparently because the victim didn't want to pursue them. So that happens in sex crime cases where someone's been victimized and they honestly tell law enforcement, they tell police, they tell prosecutors, they tell detectives that, I can't go through this again and testify about this at a public trial. So cases are dismissed on that basis. When you're talking about the law, obviously this doesn't fall into your typical sexual assault cases. It doesn't appear to be any touching, right? That's usually required for an assault, right? Someone grabs a breast or buttocks, right? Or an indecent exposure case,
right?
Where
like this is very weird.
He's actually exposing himself, usually himself. Again, not happening there now.
Like
why the fuck was the camera though?
With stalking, loitering, trespassing, and
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck was the camera?
No touching. And there's no.
Set him up, free my nigga butt sniffer.
Fall into traditional,
free my nigga butt
lewd and lascivious, exposure.
Right. Free my nigga.
Set him up.
Free my nigga
And
butt
what
sniffer.
factors determine whether or not
Right.
this type of act is treated as a misdemeanor or a more serious offense?
Yes, it can be a misdemeanor or a felony. It's called a wobbler under California law. So usually the first offense, if it's not serious, will be a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 6 months in prison if it's an indecent exposure case. And it's that second one that will charge as a felony, and that carries a potential 3-year sentence if we're talking about indecent exposure. Obviously, look, here's someone who's a registered sex offender. Here's someone who's on parole for violating other crimes, right? Burglary and whatnot. So this is someone that's going to receive enhanced sentences. He's not going to be charged with a misdemeanor. He's looking at parole violation, violation of his registration requirements, and of course, a new crime, which would be charged as a felony given this lengthy criminal history.
And going back to just the whole non-contact aspect of this case, it is no contact, right? But it's still very sexualized.
Right, like it's just
what
so
challenges do prosecutors have when it comes to proving intent in a case like
he
this, where maybe the defense can easily be like, oh, he was just in the same place at the same time. He wasn't doing anything sexually provoked or anything like that. But how difficult is it for prosecutors to have a case like this?
What the fuck do you even say?
Well, it can be hard because, again, there's that gap in the law, right? The law doesn't usually consider the possibility that someone is going to be sexually aroused without some sort of physical touch or exposing themselves, right? But there's also the situation where, from the defense perspective, they can argue whatever they want, but this is where those prior instances come into play, right? We call them the prior bad acts, right? So typically they don't come into a case, but they can come in when they're going to show a motive, an MO, a lack of mistake, right? So if the defense argues, well, yeah, this is wrong place, wrong time, you happen to be bending down to pick up a book, well, then the prosecution would try to get in this prior conduct. No, this is part of
that slide look a little suspicious, though.
Sexually assaulting these women for your own arousal. So I think a judge would allow that prior sexual behavior to come in, and there's actually statutory law in California that normally, priors don't come in, but especially in cases of sex crimes, if someone has a history of sexual violence or sexual misconduct, that does come in to show that the case for which they're being charged is in conformity with those prior acts.
And we do know one of the alleged incidents was caught on camera through a social media video. This one coming from years ago before these 2025 incidents happened. This one was back in 2023. But in terms of video evidence, and especially when you have a situation where a video does go viral on social media, does that have any legal weight to it? And how is that kind of evaluated in court? I know we use it for evidence and things of that sort, but is it always admissible, especially in a case like this?
I love video evidence, and it usually is admissible if there's a witness that can lay the foundation for its authenticity. And the reason I love video is video doesn't lie, right? People can lie, defendants lie all the time, but even victims, I'm not saying they can lie, but maybe they don't remember things, 100% accurately. But the video is always the best evidence, in my opinion, assuming it's clear, it captures the incident. And in today's day and age, really video has changed the game. I mean, it can be something like, obviously a very different type of case, but George Floyd case might have been a very different case if it wasn't caught on video. I remember when I was a kid, and we caught Rodney King on video. I mean, it was so rare to see that type of police misconduct case caught on video. But now with cell phone cameras and video surveillance and rings, and even my vehicle has videos, I mean, video has really changed the game in terms of how these cases are being prosecuted. So I absolutely love video evidence.
Yeah, and I can totally understand that too. I mean, especially like when we hear at body cam videos and we're going through it and we see the police report and then we see the body cam, and it really just adds a lot more color to what was just previously just in black and white. And to what extent does his history of similar prior incidents influence bail decisions or possible pre-trial detention?
No question. So when you're looking at bail, you're someone at risk of flight or a danger to the community. Someone that keeps committing criminal actions. As soon as they're out, but they're even on parole, right? Let's not forget, parole is a second chance, right? You don't have to be paroled. The parole board says, listen, we're going to give you another opportunity to rejoin the general population and try to live a very different life. And if here's someone that, as soon as they're released or shortly thereafter, is committing more crimes, really committing the same crime, from the judge, I'm thinking, well, this is someone who's a danger to the community. This is a danger to women who are just shopping, right? I mean, imagine what those poor victims are going through. So I think absolutely that prior criminal history, the fact that someone is on parole committing crime and is unable to conform his conduct to the law would lead me to believe as a judge, hey, this is someone that really isn't deserving of bail.
And do you think he had been given second chances in the past just because the incidents weren't with contact or any of that sort, that they're just kind of deemed as no contact because it was just sniffing and maybe not as serious as a full-on sexual assault or rape or even murder, going just, to that full extent? But do you think that's why he kept getting these second chances that allowed him to go free to continue doing this?
I do. I think the nature of the conduct, because there was no touching, there was no groping, there was no exposure. Again, I'm not saying that this is justified in any way.
It should be that man
probably
given the right to sniff booty if he wants to. Because I'm like, ain't like he long. I mean,
it's weird. But like, I don't know.
Let me stop, man. It ain't all right to be out there sniffing booty, man. You making people feel uncomfortable and shit.
Right, and just violating people's space in general.
And then where somebody was sniffing your mama ass, would you like that?
Or your sister, or even your wife, or just a woman that you care about.
I hope nobody would marry a motherfucking pervert ass motherfucker.
I mean, but you don't be knowing what people be liking sometimes.
Because I'm like, that dude right there.
They probably didn't know you like sniffing ass.
Really got some issues.
I mean, they
know. Shit, I bet if he like sniffing ass, he got a girl, I bet he stay in her booty.
He probably ain't got.
Cause I'm talking about if he had a girl,
he got too much free time.
He would make her uncomfortable as fuck too, cause he would always be sniffing her chairs. And
that's probably what he need to stay out of trouble, man. I need his own girl, his own personal ass to sniff.
I bet you he sniffed chairs and couches, seat cushions, and man, come on, bro.
At Walgreens, this motherfucker, CVS, and all these random ass places,
man. Imagine this motherfucking Chuck E. Cheese or some shit, man. Just man, this shit crazy.
I don't know.
I still want to know where the fuck she put that camera though.
Right, I almost feel like he was set up.
She must have put her phone somewhere.
Right.
Had that bitch recording.
She said, I got a bad vibe.
Like, let me see, goddamn. And he fell for the bait.
She paid him to sniff that ass.
You already knew he was goddamn going to sniff some ass when he put them socks on.
That's them ass sniffer.
That's them pervert socks. Everybody does a pervert wear long ass socks.
And shorts.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hell no. You ready?
I bet he got a key ring with like goddamn 50 keys in the goddamn pocket. Jingling like motherfucker. I don't play that shit.
Hell no.
Prosecutors, judges, defense attorneys that handle those cases said, well, this isn't as serious as some of this other sexual misconduct. And of course, look, we know that there are some prosecutors who can be soft on these types of cases. Obviously, there's overcrowding in county jails and state prisons. So there is really this revolving door, unfortunately, when it comes to repeat criminals. And that's what we're seeing here. It's unfortunate. I don't know the answer. It's more of a public policy issue. But hopefully, again, this individual is removed from society, gets the help that he needs, because otherwise he's going to end up dying in prison if he can't stop doing this.
Or even worse, someone on the other end gets hurt because he just continues to escalate his behavior versus, butt sniffing. Then it could be something worse down the line. We just will never know. Nima Ramani, I want to thank you so much for your time and your insight into this case. Before we sign you off, though, is there anything else?
I think we covered everything. Thanks for having me, as always.
Online records as of this recording show police.
If you're going to do something,
it's pretty much the end.
Do it to the best of your motherfucking ability. So if you're gonna be an ass sniffer, be the best damn ass sniffer you can be.
You've been sniffing ass 10 plus years strong. So.
Just as long as you don't bring that shit around me and mine. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But
and then he keep going to jail for it.
Hey man, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's why I'm curious. Like, are there other sniffers? Like, do they call the victim down?
I'm like this.
Number 4, step forward.
I don't know. She will. They already seen his face, so shit.
And you see, one lady didn't want to come back because I guess she didn't want to. Because that shit sounds kind of embarrassing and weird.
But then he creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
Motherfucker think all type of shit. She might think he might be some type of crazy motherfucker. Might be, you know what I'm saying? Come try to get her type shit. Motherfuckers be scared. It's crazy as out here.
Besides sniffing ass, he might be an okay guy.
Man, fuck that.
Finish the rest of the video.
Crowder is still in the custody of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, serving out his sentence. That does it for this episode. Be sure to check out more episodes on the Law and Crime YouTube channel. I'm Elizabeth Milner, and this has been Inside the Crime.
Yes, that was very interesting.
A little disturbing. So we just watched the serial.
And it's always, you know, I was just hoping it wouldn't be. It just what I'm trying to say is it just fucked up that he just had to be a black dude.
Yeah, so I was kind of disappointed.
It's so fucking embarrassing, man. That's just embarrassing. Well, I ain't even gonna say embarrassment to the race because he embarrassed to the human race, period. Because he just a sick, twisted motherfucker.
It's like, god damn.
But y'all like the video, y'all subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment, let us know what y'all think about motherfuckers out here sniffing asses and shit.
Maybe give us some suggestions on some more videos to watch. You know, just some more tips. Maybe I'll try to pick a video next time because you got us out here watching the serial sniffer. So maybe next time I'll try to pick.
Hey man, I gotta make it interesting, man. You know,
the serial sniffer, man.
Man, okay, shit.
God damn.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace.